Greetings, friends. Hello and welcome. Welcome. So, fun, bizarre sidebar news. A little poking around, and I found out by looking carefully at the game description that, yes, indeed, FBC Firebreak is the spiritual successor to Control, a game I really was enjoying, even though I haven't touched it in a hot minute. So we're going to take a look at that later and revisit Control for a hot second. I'm not sure when. I never really planned these things out, but welcome to the variety chaos madness of it all. That new event kicked in this morning at 10, so I'm already late to the party. Let's get to it. Let's check out this, whatever this new event thing is.
Free at last.
Payne, reporting his orders.
Rock on, friends. Let's go on a little Call of Duty journey. Kicking off our daily minimum grinds for today. We'll keep this episode short. We've got a bunch of backlog, first impression review games still to get through. I've already uninstalled a few things to make room for other stuff. It's crazy. Too many games, never enough time to play them all in. That's my problem as a robot trapped here on your dimension. Welcome to the craziness of this show, folks. Thanks for dropping by. I get hyper-focused in the match and I play headset free, so you won't hear my expletives. The mic will be off. But enjoy yourselves anyways. Here we go.
Team deathmatch. Destroy the enemy. We've taken the lead. Stay on task. Hostiles reclaimed the lead.
Good effect. One in my sights. Hostile stun. Semtex front!
Hostile UAV established overhead.
Ain't this? Enemy maneuvering. Sniper threat neutralized. Semtex incoming!
Your assault package is destroyed.
Ain't your day, mate. Activating scout pulse. Hostile concussion spotted. frag.
Fucking can't.
Hostile counter UAV established above.
Semtex front. Not this time, you son of a bitch. Take his stim. Place an assault pack. Frag out! Semtex incoming!
We're winning. Keep it that way.
Throw and frag! Going off!
We're ahead, but stay alert.
Frag
Marshall's
out.
people are no fools.
Threat clear.
Hostile grenade!
Incoming stun!
It's given up the lead. Damn it, Crimson, that's not
We're
good
getting
enough.
pummeled here. Withdraw and make for Cassivac.
That was nice and close. Win or lose, friends. I always try to enjoy the game and learn from the better players.
Look at this cheater. Report him.
Also, who's camping? Somebody shouted out camper. And I'm like, what? It wasn't me. I was running around like crazy. Yes, I checked the spots. I don't camp. Welcome, viewers. Hello, and thank you for dropping in. The almost daily variety gaming chaos continues. We're gonna play a couple more rounds of this, then switch it up and run over to something different. I don't know what yet. It'll be wild, it'll be wacky. Thanks for dropping in. Don't forget to smash that follow button.
Domination. Another day in paradise,
Capture it!
Black
Cover
Ops.
me!
Securing Zone A. Locking down Bravo. Zone A secure.
PID on target.
Bravo zone secure. Lead THURS. Losing A. They're taking all zones.
Got a mover. Indicating waypoint. PID on target. 86 app. Cancel.
Throwing frag. Let's strap on. Eyes on shotgun.
Gunboat standing by.
Locking down Charlie.
Scout pulse live.
Securing Charlie.
Marking target location.
All locations locked down. Dig in and hold them.
Got a mover.
Losing Bravo.
Rally on marked course.
We're losing Alpha.
Your subback has been destroyed.
We lost Alpha.
Hostile impact.
Taking Alpha. Taking it.
Capture in progress. Assaulting.
Marking target location. Cancel.
Securing Alpha. Location secure. Maintain current posture.
Rally on marked course.
They're taking C. We lost Charlie. Losing A.
Frag out.
All locations secured. Hold your position. We're losing Alpha.
What's your target ID?
We lost A.
Got a mover. Threat neutralized.
Losing B. We're losing Charlie. Taking A.
Marking target location.
Securing out. We lost C. Securing zone A. Lock down A.
Enemies have destroyed your assault pack.
Bloody hell! Check that aim! Shite for
Securing
brains!
C.
Target to your Spotted Buster!
First available.
Scout pulse activated.
Take it C.
Thermo incoming! Using stim shot!
Archangel perfect fire.
Gotta move it.
Lost the blast track.
Cancel.
Losing Bravo. Stitch requesting LDBR. Secure at C.
Capturing objective.
We lost B.
Hostile impact.
Bravo,
Reload.
THURS.
Hostile thermo.
All objectives locked down. Hold those SOBs back. They're taking C.
Archangel's up.
We lost Charlie. Losing B. Take it C. Bravo
Window
locked.
deleted.
Charlie secured. Losing A.
PID on target.
Taking Bravo underway. We lost Alpha. We're losing Charlie.
Indicating waypoint.
They're taking C. Crimson's on their heels. Hit them hard. Lost all zones.
I'm
Take
taking
it
the
out.
objective.
Securing Charlie.
Rally on mark course.
Locking down all zones. Zone Alpha captured. B secured. Losing Bravo. God damn, I love the taste of victory. Hotel Sierra
Result,
people.
we fucking routed them.
Marking target location.
Neutralized.
Greetings, friends. Hello, hello. Grinding along. Just doing a little bit of Call of Duty daily skill grind. Thanks for dropping by. We're going to be mixing it up and checking out other games. Maybe other Call of Duty games. Maybe completely different ones. After a couple of rounds. Here we go.
Kill confirmed. All targets declared hostile. Happy hunting, Crimson. They've taken the lead.
Assault pack. Who needs ammo?
Hostile RCXD in your AO. We've claimed the advantage. Now
Enemy
hold it.
grenade. Hostile. Get down. Frag. Sorry, mate. Broke your streak.
Enemies have destroyed your assault pack.
Oi! That was too fucking close.
Enemy.
Enemy shock charge.
Enemy RCXD detected. Hostile RCXD in your AO. Enemy UAV inbound. Hostile LDBR drop detected.
Frag out! Slotted him. Enemies rearming!
Hostile UAV established overhead.
Semtex front!
Very scary. Using
Enemy RCXD detected. Net call, napalm strike inbound.
Five enemies slotted. Single shooter! Enemy grenade! Spring mine!
Scout pulse available. Archangel ready for use.
Five by. Archangel prepping fire.
MTC's nearly dry. Get serious, Crimson.
Scout pulse going out.
standing by.
Spotted blast trap.
TACOM, authorized LGBR strike.
Using scout pulse.
Report to the nearest extraction point. I have to make a call.
All stations, we are fucking fucked. Escape and evade.
Alrighty, folks. There is our little bit of a daily grind. We spread it out, all the hard work. We'll be back with something else entirely after a brief break. Might be Control to dip our toes back into that headspace, and then FBC Firebreak or whatever the new one's called. It might not. I don't know. I never really do know until I sit back down after taking the break. We might jump into some Assassin's Creed Shadows because we haven't touched that in like 2 months, and even though I'm paying for Ubisoft Plus. So thank you as always for joining. Please tune in for the variety chaos. There's something in it here that you will appreciate. You're into cozier games? Join us for a Palia session or check out the recent ones. Into more serious MMOs? I'm zeroing in on New World Eternum. I'm kind of giving up on ESO a little bit. I uninstalled it, even though I've got a lot invested in those characters. I'm gonna reinstall it soon because I already miss card sharpery. I already miss playing the card game inside of ESO. It just takes up so much room. Anyways, I'm a grumpy old salty bearded old dog learning new video game tricks. Here, self-commodifying myself for your entertainment. Come on through. Vote for the games you want to see me focus on. That's a gimmick. No one participates. Where are the real human beings? Am I only followed by bots? Come on, folks. Get involved. Okay. I'm probably doing this all wrong. Or maybe it's my hair. I don't know. But thank you for lurking. Thank you to the real human beings that follow me. And to all you chat bots spamming my channel with nothing but sales, of which we got none today. But, oh goodness, that Xbox audio was way too loud. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back with more. I don't know what. Who knows? We might take a wild and wacky detour over into Kitty Cat Corner and check out the Kitty Cat games I've collected. I don't know. I might take the afternoon off. I don't know. I might play some Far Cry or some Warship Legends because we haven't played that in forever, and I just reinstalled it for some reason. I think because they were giving away a bundle of free boats. So I was like, get that, please. Oh, reinstall it. Okay. Anyways, there is a plethora of too many games and not enough time to play them all in, and you are invited to join me after a brief break and any old time. Just check to see if I'm online. If I'm not, there's probably a smattering of new videos you haven't seen on the video on demand shelf. Unless you're on TikTok, which does not have a video on demand shelf. It has the profile, totally unrelated. Most of the time, I post a lot of political content on social media. I also do share clips and reels of the gaming action. I'm a little behind on that work, but they don't tell you. It's a whole other job just to crank out those little clips and keep them interesting. Good grief, man. All right, friends. DJ Zed in the background, muted for some reason. Come on, buddy. Let's take a look real quick at the game we were teasing. We have also not played Marvel Rivals since launch, and I kind of like the idea of it, although I'm not good at any of the powers yet. FBC Firebreak. Let's tease this a little bit. Is there a trailer? Ooh, there's a trailer. So it's a cooperative first-person shooter that involves lots of fire, because everyone's in like fireproof gear. Which is set within a mysterious federal agency under assault by otherworldly forces. That one doesn't give it away. I love that there's a posted monster. Somewhere else I read somewhere that this is the Federal Bureau of Control. And for those of you who don't know what that is, you need to check out this beautiful game. You can install last gen or next gen Series X. They both look just as good as each other. Check out the trailer for this. This is like a horror suspense first-person shooter. It was fun and dope and spooky. And the most recent episode or chapter in Call of Duty Black Ops 6 campaign mode totally makes me think of this office building. And I think there's evidence to connect Black Ops 6 and Control and FBC Firebreak to the Joss Whedon Star Trek Red Ball energy goo and what's the name of that other movie franchise that it's all related with? Anyways, there's some conspiracy theory. It's not really a conspiracy theory. It's the fact that these two directors just keep using the same references in their stuff, referencing a communal, like a shared universe. And DJ Zed, you're going to need to mute out, buddy. And anyways, I think these games are a part of it, although I can't prove it. I don't have the footage. But in the games, you see some of the same stuff. It's weird. But also, probably not that big of a deal. Let's check out these two trailers. We're going to look at Control to get a sense of that vibe. This is a very slow, ponderous, ooky spooky, shoot a few things. Ooh, slow, ponderous, ooky spooky kind of shooter. I don't know if it ever gets hectic. Firebreak looks like it's potentially hectic. I don't know. Let's check out the videos. Here we go. See what I mean? Even the trailer is like slow and ponderous and spooky. It's good stuff. It's a great game if you want something unique and interesting. It's supposed to be. And this is all part of an interconnected world. This is part of the Alan Wake universe, apparently. Super suspenseful, super like it's all about like, ooh, what's around that corner? There's not a lot of jump scares per se, but there are like, holy cow, that was spooky, creepy, spooky moments all over the place on that game. Where the F is Fire Control? So Fire Control or Fire Breakout, whatever it's called. Let's check out its trailer. This, I think, is all co-op. I don't know if there's I don't know if there's a story to play through. There might be, but let's check out the trailer and see what they reveal.
Hello from Remedy Entertainment. I'm Mike Kayada, game director on FBC Firebreak, a cooperative first-person shooter for up to 3 players set in the iconic world of Control. Firebreak takes place within the oldest house, the impossibly strange extra-dimensional headquarters of the Federal Bureau of Control. 6 years ago, the oldest house was invaded by a hostile force known as the Hiss. In response, the FBC instated an emergency lockdown, trapping the hiss inside and turning the entire building into one giant crisis zone. That's where you come in. You'll be playing as a member of the Firebreak Initiative, a group of brave first responders who volunteer to take on the weirdest and the deadliest crises threatening the oldest house. Every crisis appears in the game as a different job for Firebreak. These jobs function like game modes that you can customize in 3 ways. Clearance, which affects the length of the session. Corruption, which affects the session's modifications and randomization. And Threat, which affects the combat intensity. Of course, taking on longer and more challenging jobs will mean more opportunities for greater rewards. Next, it's time to choose one of 3 crisis kits for your Firebreaker to take into the field. The Splash Kit, which is good for extinguishing fires and removing harmful conditions from your friends. The Jump Kit, which focuses on mobility and charging electrical devices. And the Fix Kit, which excels at knocking back enemies and repairing machinery. Each of these kits is a saved loadout featuring a defined set of specialized gear and whatever gun, grenade, and set of perks you think suits its playstyle best. Once you've selected your kit, you and your crew will arrive by service elevator to the job site, where you will be tasked with clearing a number of crisis zones depending on the clearance you selected. To clear zones, you'll work on its unique objectives and use your tool to efficiently repair broken machines like the shower, which is key to healing the team and removing harmful conditions. Or to charge batteries, like the one that lights up the ammo station, letting your team resupply faster. Or to douse the flames that buff your enemies, and sometimes light your friends on fire. Now, if you don't have the right tool, you can still do the job, but it will be slower and definitely more dangerous. Once you've completed all of a zone's objectives, you'll be able to open a containment door and proceed deeper into the crisis. As you put down the crisis, more and more hiss will be attracted to the area, sometimes including dangerous enemies that trigger job site lockdowns until exterminated. During combat, it is especially important for you and your friends to group up, as your resonance shields will become amplified while you're sticking together. And if any of you have upgraded perks equipped, you'll be able to share their effects using that same system. Upgradable guns and grenades are your best options for pure damage, but your tools add a lot of utility to a fight, allowing you to stun, knock back, or escape the hiss when things get intense, as they often do. Each kit comes with its own altered augment, an extremely dangerous paranatural item that charges up over time, allowing you to deploy massive amounts of combat power during critical moments. Just keep in mind that augments are extremely volatile and can down you and your friends if used haphazardly. When playing a job with corruption turned on, you'll soon discover that not all altered items are under Firebreak's control. Firebreak will encounter various corrupted items during these jobs, which significantly modify the experience while active. Anything from causing corpses to explode, to lowering the gravity, to making sure that you don't cross the street when you're not supposed to. Corrupted items aren't affected by bullets or explosions, but you can chase them away if you find a Blackrock neutralizer. When the final objective is completed, you'll trigger evacuation. A large number of hiss will descend onto the job site, and you and your crew will need to make it back to the service elevator in one piece. Getting out alive is no easy task, and sometimes you'll face difficult decisions, like when to rescue crewmates in trouble, and when to cut your losses. Back at Firebreak HQ, you'll have the chance to put whatever you collected to good use, unlocking or upgrading equipment and perks, or picking up new cosmetics to customize your Firebreaker. Of course, there are worlds more to discover inside the oldest house when you and your friends play for yourselves. So gear up, and we'll see you there.
I'll be honest with you. As far as gameplay styles go, not my favorite setup. looter shooter extraction things that it's just like, oh, you get overwhelmed and you have to complete complicated tasks and solve puzzles while hordes of mindless zombies attack you. Not the way I want to spend an afternoon necessarily. But I gotta admit, I like the world that they created. The world of Control, that office, that building that they refer to as the oldest house, is a fascinating place. I heard that Control was going to have an online game release a while back when I first loaded up Control, and I thought, ooh, if they can do, Call of Duty in this environment, I thought it'd be player versus player. Instead, it's co-op against hordes of NPCs. And you got to do weird, gimmicky, like, solve the things. It's basically Dead by Daylight, but more complicated sounding. Not my favorite thing, I have to tell you. Like, I wanted to be excited for this game because of the general design of the world. But I mostly love the original game because of the main character. She's just a badass redheaded lady. And I like the slow, ponderous... There's still puzzles and stuff to solve, but it isn't as hectic and as chaotic as what this feels like it's going to be. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Either way, that was our look at those two games. We'll be back one way or the other. I might come back and just play more Call of Duty. I might come back and be like, oh yeah, it's campaign Fortnite mode week, where I've reached a certain level of the campaign in Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and I've decided to sort of leave it there. I left it. Where's my desktop? I left it right there, literally at this moment, when you pull up and you look through the little portal and you see the orange card hanging there in the weird womb machine room. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to... I genuinely am worried about the next chapter. It's like, or whatever, the next push in that campaign mode. So I thought I'd leave it there for a minute as like, ooh, this is a good cliffhanger-y type stopping point. But we still have all this other Call of Duty campaign to get through. So we're going to try to crack open one of those in the coming days and get into a few chapters of at least one of the many, many Call of Duty games that I've got. Boom. And this is just the ones in physical. So tune in for that. And the Writing Workshop Wednesdays thing is off to a fun start. If you didn't see this recent Wednesdays episode, go check it out. We left a little bit of a cliffhanger setup. We kicked off a bunch of conversations with ChatGPT and then just let them chill and didn't read the results of the questions that we asked. I thought it'd be a fun format to like, hey, check this out. And then if people watch, then they'll might come back to see the reveals later. We're going to dig into what ChatGPT spat out, what parts I like, what I don't like, and what I would change, etc., and actually start drafting out fresh material from that. So that may not happen till this next Wednesday. Wednesday's the W alliteration gimmick. Wattpad Writing Workshop Wednesdays, or Wednesday's Workshop for Writing on Wattpad, whatever. So far, we haven't even fired up Wattpad. But I digress. I don't know what I'll be in the mood for, but we'll be back in just a bit. Thank you for dropping by. Don't forget to smash the follow button. I'll see you when I see you. Hasta la vista, amigos. Go be good human beings to each other out there in the... That's the wrong screen. Go be good human beings to each other out there in the real world, as well as in the game lobbies. That's not what I wanted to hit either. I wanted to hit this. There we go. Ciao. Hasta la vista, amigos. Oh, and this entire time DJ Z has been muted. Great. I was like, yay, DJ Z music in the background, but you couldn't hear it. That's awesome. My show sucks. Bye.